Stage 2, but they have gone to this double controller comp. Aura, does he dare swing? No. Dark cover. Zekken wants to go in though off that recon.
All right, men at the door. Zekken bypasses them entirely and then decides to get on out, drawing a lot of attention. And now they're going to make the dive here through Garage. Westside flattens Zellsis all over him like moss on a rock. No chance to recover. And the side swarming with red.
Yeah, just a sheriff bullet penetration going through default box. Now two players from GX are going to face onto Zellsis. He doesn't want to take that duel right now, though. He can just take things easy, slow down.
Coming. That paranoia doesn't hit Narrate, so he can stand a bit the first to the action. Not grubinho on Flickless again, surely not. It's the Polish player alone. Zellsis waits for him to step out into the sun. Still, a mildly furrowed brow for Sen's fans.
Was vacant. Westside wants to get in backside. Will anyone actually be here in time to assist him, though? He wants to break the recon that might come in on that top left side, but it doesn't. It's just a drone, yeah.
Okay, well, they've got presence, though. You'll notice that he's been joined by grubinho. Plenty of GX players here now. They're going to be lit as they come around the corner. Zekken, no tracks back and then forward. Almost had the better of Aura. But the guy is a little too quick with it. Westside, backside, caught out. And Cloud, not inside. He is still making his way over. And has the unenviable task of making his way into C from defense spawn side.
GX are able to rotate everyone into backside. Sen really slowed things down, but then eventually I do feel that that kind of played to their advantage. They get a lot of clean fights. At the end there, Cloud even caught by Narrate. So now they're going to maneuver their way elsewhere. I think this is some really good calling from John. This B site is pretty open. Cloud wants to get in there.
Dangerous though. Yeah. Knew there'd be some utility to draw out, but Cloud overextends onto the side. It was ultimately a fake for Sen. Something that's been in their wheelhouse a lot in the past. GX though, convinced that was for real, and they get punished for it.
Wow. They have just been baited into all of these angles. Aura is absolutely going to be saving this off. Really excellent calling there from John, I feel. Just activating that same early util on C that drew all the rotates on the bonus round that they converted.
Oh,
wow,
no
he's even going to
way.
catch this kill onto Aura.
It's free, man.
Into the window. All of Sendo, they're stacked up towards this C side. Site is going to be totally free.
He's back.
Yeah, him teleporting up top while Zekken runs in so they can double face back Site, but it is not going to be held by a single GX player who is indexed in that mid play.
Yep. I like the set play. It give a lot of map control over, allow to contain, but there's no pressure coming from C long because there's KJ util that can obviously read it as it comes.
This round is as good as done. Nice shot from Zekken. Westside was already
he's back.
on
Zekken's
such
back.
Low HP.
Aura and Cloud don't have a lot to say about this round, I suspect. Just as likely to disappear in a puff of smoke. Set up inside Garage here, and once again there will be a player late in the round for Sentinels trying to punish this. And no one's looking in Zellsis' direction, and yet Cloud whips on him. Pretty unconvincing stuff for GX there.
If you can get an orb somewhere. This time, Sen, they want to go very fast towards A. Teleport cross from Bang, but he's caught. He's stunned.
Okay, well, Sentinels conditioned to a little bit of a slower early round from GX and don't really see the mid pop from them in the previous one, so think they can still play in that fashion.
And there's a stronger A fight from GX. I do like to see that, but this is a good response from Sen. They have gone so quickly towards this C side. Can GX flood in to support Westside now?
Westside Tux gets the perfect drop, and Zekken is lit inside that cage. Too easy for the Cypher, and finally Westside gets himself onto the board kill-wise. John, not the timing would have hoped for, I suspect. And now Narrate. Unsuccessful in trying to crack the remainder of this seaside auto attack.
And now look, they want to get aggro towards mid again. It's that play from before, the relay bolt, paranoia, and
Narrate takes the space back though. He's there in a second, Wyatt. Aura brought down. Just impales himself on his own sword by the looks of things, but there's that Hunter's Fury that comes off for GX, a big part of their early aggressive play. Zekken's got to get across the window, lucky to be alive, but could still be spammed down as grubinho wants to push up outside of lobby. Chaotic early round, leaves Sentinels down to 2.
Yeah, Westside stayed fully committed out of Garage, caught off Zellsis, and now the neural theft would
buddy.
reveal these remaining two players. It's a 1v1. Oh, Zekken won that round looking very different. A crucial pickup for Flickless. GX, they have to convert this.
They got all the info. John can't get anything done outside of the purview of GX. They know it all. Now, those thin walls may be his undoing. Flickless wants to step up. And John doesn't have the mechanics to rifle. The GX haven't really needed to play the passive line hold game. They want to brawl and do it again.
Yeah, they want to fight for this A lobby. Very hard. grubinho gets the first. He gets the second even.
This is where that came from. Zellsis was cut down in the corner there, and bang is revealed, able to take two. That's all he's going to get. That's the best he can do to give John a shot in this round. The money starting to dwindle. It's getting a little low for Sentinels, as this would be their third consecutive round they've given away to the defenders.
GX, they are a team that can just suddenly capture the pace of the game and take it over. It feels like these past 3 rounds have been faster than an entire bye round from the beginning of this first half.
John here has to keep it simple. Not surging out in that long direction. Has to make a correction here for Cloud, and he's in mid-air.
The seaside of Spawn, fault line, relay bolt, Aura running it down, and John is just stuffed into that corner on account of the util. You know, they know where he's going to have to reposition to.
Sentinel's obviously planning a pivot based on where that spike's been left. Zellsis needs to stay alive for this lockdown to be a factor in this round, but he has to know westside is playing close. Wins it out. That is an important correction. A flick to the head that downs the enemy Cypher. Now does A-side starting to crumble. Crack for grubinho! Emerges with 2 very important kills. That is going to put GX with a shot in this round. A real one now as Ara gets close, wants to challenge it. Bang, cannot keep up. It's too pacey. Headshot though, dink onto Ara. Doesn't. Slow him. John's going to die to this. Surely. John, please! Oh, he just doesn't know what hit him. Narrate there under extreme pressure as well. Zekken trying to respond, but if Ara gets out of here, this is masterful.
He can just leave. Look at the A site, by the way. There are 2 Sen players in there. How has that happened? GX were fully expecting a seaside hit.
But they're not going to get to cross for free. They've got to get past Cloud, and then final boss Ara is waiting there towards mid-window.
This is so bizarre. I mean, look at 30 seconds on the map.
Time short, bang, deep into spawn. Ends up being a 1-for-1.
They still need to get the spike to his side.
They're going to be Ara. They can't get past him. Zekken slides in, and he takes matters into his own hands. Spike recovered, but a pivot, a wise one, across the map will send them to C. A site they've got little info, but can sort of guess that it's bereft of defenders. Zekken has to stick this, no choice.
Caught by the trip, doesn't matter. Going to get the spike down. Now how do Sentinels position themselves here? Lockdown thrown on default. Yeah, GX, they really don't have an opportunity to break it, and Zekken wants to take the space that it's creating.
Doesn't want to over-push there. Cam dealt with. Zellsis also has to play a little bit slower.
Yeah, now GX, they have to think someone could be positioned in garage right now. Surely.
They're not checking for it. No one's... Okay, westside is watching it. Will see the barrel? Yes, wins it out. That leaves Zekken now. Oh, God, you hate to be in this spot. Has to play long in the post plant. Tough to really spam this down. Grubinho on spike, and Zekken's not 100% sure exactly where he is. He's going to have to spray through, and he gets there! What a crucial round! Hit. GX uncharacteristically played this round slow to start with. Bang, same sort of bait play. Onside paranoia, but Ara's there to check if it's the real deal.
That immediate bolt thrown down, so no one can try to trade. Needs to get out of the way of the drone, but is a little bit too slow.
Viper's peak here, thrown inside B. Grubinho now going to be decayed down if he lingers for too long. And Senna just headed elsewhere, leaving John behind to kick this pit up. But eventually he's going to leave too.
Westside on the angle. No, Zellsis is coming. He saw the barrel, and now he can use that cage to get back towards Plat. Wants to reposition, but a little bit too early. No one there to help.
Really exposed himself. Really showed too much leg there, Wyatt. And Zekken Franklin was waiting for a drift at the back of the site. The cyber cage wasn't enough to obscure him.
John, low HP, narrate, wins that out.
Foot off the gas so far for GIANTX. Serving this round over to Sentinels. And Cloud, the IGL needs to get into the side in the 1v3, already down to 70. He's always good for 1. That much we've learned today. But digging this high-low setup out is all but impossible. A late half recovery. The wrinkling here is actually going to be fruitful. So they've got confirmation of at least one player pretty far into A-long, and Ara has already set foot over the threshold of A.
Bang just ready to throw out that paranoia off some sound cues. Util exchanged, but no gunfire. Everyone's slowed down. Everyone's stalled out.
There's a lot of Util drawn out of the defenders, Wyatt. Warren here forced to fight. Westside will get away and avoid the shock dart reprisal. All of A main is populated by attackers.
Sen at the moment have not much reason to leave, though. At this noise cut, at this time, now they do. It's that B side that could be open, garage could be open, and GX have just picked the absolute perfect moment to get in, exactly as Sen give it up.
Or Sen picked the worst moment to give it up. It really depends how you want to look at it.
Glass half full, half empty. Depends on your point of view.
Well, I think either way it's about to be spilled over the cobblestones, Wyatt.
And now Flickless does have that fault line back, so he can throw that out towards main, stall out the Sen retake.
Narray can't really drop out of heaven here. He is too low. And Sen having to play the retake after making the right call on the side. It's not too bad. Ara with the stopping power of a back truck. Deals with zekken at least, but Zellsis is there. Narrate here from up on high. Judging the peasants, he will drop down onto the box, but makes some noise. He gets a bit of damage on Flickless, but not enough to write home about. And it's John Grubinho. 32 points of health left for the Moroccan mastermind. He needs to step up. He sees the shoulder of the Omen, but Grubinho doesn't give him enough to work with. Get some early util out of Sentinels. It's never a bad call.
And you would imagine the alarm bot in that spot will often be broken by a shock dart from Cloud. That's usually the standard. Zekken does spot out Aura in Garage. GX are getting a lot of map control right now, but Aura goes down to Zellsis.
Yeah, just to send try and get 3 players on C, they've realized that they need to get in that B direction, and that's nice from Zekken. Grubinho's mostly been good for their first one in this series.
Yeah, this is GX taking a lot of liberties on their bonus round. Going for some individual plays to turn the tides. Cloud going to be able to plant in this default spot, but now in the 3 versus 5, what can GX do realistically?
Only Bang and Zekken susceptible to the one shot from the Outlaw right now.
And of course,
play it safe.
You know, when you're retaking on this B side, that's where this Viper wall can come in handy as well. It's just a natural smoke for main.
Narrate takes a hit for that, tries to get him through the wall, but Flickless finds Zekken on the other side, getting in from the garage side of the map, and Zellsis will be slowed up to that effect as well, caught in the fault line. But John says no more breach util, no more breach in fact. Down Flickless, puts Sen at the player advantage, but now they're going to deal with this setup from Cloud, and Bang was the only player not set up to deal with that. Defused goes Zellsis, living dangerously and punished as westside.
Now what is the move? Paranoia and breach util used on A to try to draw these Sen players away from the C site, where GX are intending on going.
Westside knows he's going to get some action because the alarm bot is now no longer effective inside garage. Zekken's got to take it up himself.
And Grubinho, he had that from the shadow, so he can use that paranoia on A and get right back to the pack on C. So they have 4 ready to get in that site. And they've got Westside, this late lurk through garage. Flickless might even be a second player. Maybe Westside goes first, takes contact.
The timing here is beautiful. Westside so patient, so calculated. Emerges just as John had his back turned. He accelerated this. I don't know if the Sentinels can respond quickly enough. We're about to find out. Straight to the Nanoswarm they go. Some spray air out from Zellsis. Ara took a hit, but most of that is decay down from the poison orb. Westside, though, has eventually fallen. Zellsis, his spray through that smoke yields a kill.
Flickless quite low on HP as well, but one away from the Rolling Thunder. If there's a way that he can find a kill, that could certainly be enough to convert on this 4 versus 5.
Every other Sen player also 1 orb away from ultimate. They could rip that, but Ara
look
just
at that confidence.
Not allowed to swing into that as well. There's no response. Ara doesn't linger for long enough either way. Grubinho in trouble though, getting hammered out by that molly. Flickless has to stand tall on the side. His teammate is on the other side of that smoke, so needs to ping them out.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're doing it again. Hunter's Fury.
I mean, surely Cloud doesn't repeat the Zekken from back here.
Doesn't quite have a bead drawn on the spike location.
Second back sight.
They might call for a narrate Hunter's Fury here from Spawn. Zekken though holding on it. Might have hit this heard this TP come in. There's Cloud spotted. Yep, Hunter's Fury going to come from the spawn side. Grubinho walks into the sight line of Zekken, reveals himself, even though it was John that took the kill. Now looking to anchor. This Hunter's Fury slows things up for GX, but they are committed to this site, and Zekken is more than happy to hear it. There's the step up from Westside, and the anchors are down.
Recon broken. Dusen trying to get back in while the spike is being planted.
They know he's going to be there
right now.
Shock dart though, not enough to clear him out. Narrate is down as Cloud just finds the timing to leave that corner. The lockdown is going to give that control back to the defenders. How deep into the site can they get?
Just going to come down to spam.
That's how we have our expectations set. Yeah, Sentinels don't have a lot to disrupt util-wise.
Cloud gets that recon back and the fault line is up.
Zellsis lucky to be alive as he's able to get away. Recon doesn't reveal Bang, so he goes for it again. But look at the crosshair placement for Cloud. He basically knows exactly where Bang is, and they're waiting for Zellsis too. I mean, look, Zellsis is going to hear a fair bit of this, and he'll know. He's even pushed ahead of the Viper wall on the B side of the map, so might be looking to wrap around. Full retake for Sentinels with Overdrive and a Phantom.
Despite, unfortunately, having wasted that Breach Ultimate, the Rolling Thunder, a couple rounds ago, Flickless has made a lot of progress towards getting one for the end of this game. Could be used at a pivotal moment to close this out for GX, but right now they have to win this 5-on-5 retake. They have the better weapons to do it.
So far, Westside's able to get clear of that paranoia, but Flickless was impacted. Here's the push backside. Ara, just the player you want to stem the flow of Sentinels players, and they get absolutely
GX, but we still don't know how the hell they made it here.
And honestly, the work that GX have put in over the last couple of months is really showing fruit.
No, we certainly get it now. Hunter's Fury from Cloud coming into that site, not getting any tags. GX will slow things down for but a moment. Relay Bolt. Now Aura through.
Zen have lost their re-clear info though off this overkill. And GX don't quite have the stall for the post plant. No controllers up for the attack side here, and yet that allows Bang just to peer into the mix, see what is there. Westside served up. They'll stay in the site. GX more than happy to fight tooth and nail for this space they've claimed. It's going to be John looking for a timing for a swing again! It's these refights in the site where GX are just better.
Now it's just Bang. Has to clear Graffiti, but there's a crossfire from the drop. He gets that first up to Aura, but the adjustment isn't there. Away from getting that Rolling Thunder narrate on the angle.
Gonna get a lot of action, and there's Aura once again, steps up.
A bit too much action than he hoped for. Bang is committing to the backside anchor.
Pinked out, no, he's there, he's cut down so easily, it's on second again. 2 kills will have to be enough for John and Zellsis to put it together.
Westside on the lurk, isolates John. It's all on Zellsis, miles away, only has the stinger. Flickless even has the Rolling Thunder on account of the plant. This one is as good as done.
Not the auspicious opening that Sen City were hoping for as they took to the stage here in Paris. But it's much the same fashion that they'd limped out of America's playoffs with. Question marks over the map pool, question marks over the individuals, question marks over their postseason prospects. But now we have an answer. At least for now.
Up against a GX team that finished 7th, 8th in kickoff, 9th, 10th stage 1. They bring in Aura, they bring in Flickless, and they've just won their first game at Champions.
And it just turns out that GIANTX are the Goliath in this parable.